What's going on, guys? Back again with another, not really review, but I've been talking about doing this one for a little bit. Doing a bug out bag review. This is what I got in my bag right now. Still a work in progress, as I'm sure they all are. Um, this is my current setup. I do have more stuff on the way, more stuff in the pipe that I'm working on getting, and just gonna go over what I got right quick. I know a lot of you guys are going to be blowing the comments up with you're missing this, you're missing that, you're missing this. Why do you have multiples of this? The reason for the multiples is going to be because backups in case one fails or I lose one or any number of circumstances that can happen. So let's dive right into it and start at the beginning. First, I got two Eaton tools, CRKT. I got the regular one and the Eaton Tool XL. Again, just in case I lose one or I've got somebody with me that doesn't have one, I'm not going to be that guy that goes, no, eat with your fingers. It's going to be here, use this one. Multi tool, very small, but it most of this stuff right in this area fits into my CRKT 10, which I know there's a ton of videos about doing an Altoids 10, EDC kit. And that's kind of where all of this started from, was with that idea. And obviously it's expanded exponentially. Next up, got the Essie Azula. Love this little knife. Of course, in the lime zombie green. It's a great knife, a little dull, and it's definitely got some wear. I've beat the crap out of this thing for several years, but in a pinch, it's good to have. Um, Tactical pen, writing utensil, Kubotan, glass breaker, all in one. Definitely something to keep with you. I've got another multi tool right here. This one. It's got a blade and an O2 wrench, but place I used to work, I stumbled across this, which is actually from an O2 tank. So if the need arises for oxygen, but there's no handle, I've got a handle. Just a little something extra to throw in, just in case you need it. Fire starter, mini vice grips, not vice grips, but channel locks. It's amazing how handy these are, especially in a pinch. You need something small, quick, reach into a small space. You got those right there. Massive zip tie, hold things together, bundle up wood if you need to, or tie somebody up if they're getting rowdy. WD-40, as everybody knows, 1,001 uses. Excuse me, with WD-40. You can use it to start a fire. You can use it to keep a fire going, which I have done, and it does work. Um, just make sure you're standing back a good ways. Moving on, the biggest thing here, Hideaway Tarpaulin. If you guys saw my last Apocabox review video, that was in it, as well as a couple other things in here. This thing's great. It unfolds to a massive size to make it into a tent. It's also got grommets in the seams, or excuse me, the hems at the bottom of it, so you can use it to make a tent. But it also has a hole and a hood, so you can wear it as a poncho and keep you and your gear dry in case of inclement weather. Moving on here, got Frontier emergency filter. Of course, there's never a good supply of decent water anywhere when you're out on the trail, so that's a good thing to have if and when you run out of water. Um, Another fold-up knife, came in the same Apocabox as this. Solar lens for starting a fire. Um, Taking it back way to the old school, cavemen would have loved to have these, but thanks to modern technology, we don't have to make our own. We have nice little velvet bags that have them. Working on getting my first Apocabox, the Blackout Edition. I'm working on getting it. Either I'm going to redo it, or I'm going to figure out a way to get it off of my personal Facebook page and get it loaded onto here for you guys. This came in it. It's an adze, basically a primitive hatchet wood splitting tool. I know you guys are going to be like, why do you have another axe sitting right next to it? Well, again, redundancy is key. You always want to have a backup. So backup for the backup if your backup fails. And that sheath is kind of hard to get on there. Moving along, we've got the UST Steel Camper's Hatchet. This thing's cool. It's got your 3 holes for different size wrenches if you need, bottle opener / cord cutter, and obviously your blade for chopping, cutting, and in a pinch, good little melee weapon. So there's that. Next up here, moving on down the table, we'll get into the top first. Real quick, throw it in your bag. It's a Gerber knife sharpener. You've got coarse and fine, so coarse to get the big burrs out, fine side to give it that nice razor's edge. Works really well. If you pick one up, I suggest getting probably 2 or 3 because they do wear down and you can't adjust the ceramic sticks that are inside it, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Next thing we got here is collapsible trenching tool, which also has a spike for starting holes and a bottle opener and nice little serrated spot here for hacking through brush or anything like that. I've actually got 2 of these. I got one I keep in my car just in case, like snow, got to dig your car out or get stuck, dig the tires out in the snow so you can get traction and move on. This also has a 2-piece handle with a compass in it, which is handy. I'm not really sure how accurate the compass is. I haven't got to test it out yet, but you can always use a compass. And of course the bag it comes in. This, again, from the previous Apoca box, is the Bearded Butcher Blend Seasonings. If you're on the trail and you have no choice but to hunt and fish for your food, then there's a really good chance it's going to taste horrible. This will make it taste less horrible. So that's always a good thing. This down here is quite literally the beginning of where this all started. Picked up the Gerber Survival E&E kit on Blade HQ probably almost 4 years ago. And it come with everything here. I've added a couple of things that I've come across that fit in it. Got snare wire, some string, strike anywhere waterproof matches, a little cotton ball for some tinder, and a striker for your matches. Let's see. It also came with a whistle, a piece of flint steel, and a pocket survival guide, basically how to stay alive for a few days if absolutely needed. The few things that I added to this were the Ouija bar or master key, whatever you want to call it. This will get you in pretty much any door. Large fish hook. I'm not much of a fisherman, and this might actually increase my odds. With my luck, it will decrease them, but whatever. This was actually a key fob I bought forever ago that was wrapped in paracord. A little cutting blade to shave off a stick for tinder. And then the SE AH1 arrowhead. It's great for tying to a stick and making a spear if that's what you absolutely have to do to either catch food or fend off angry people, we'll say. Again, there's not a lot to it. I've got more stuff on the way. I'm working on getting some new stuff and not only upgrading, but adding to what I've got. All of this is going into the Drago gear bag I picked up a few weeks ago at a local gun shop. Molly webbing on the front, both sides. It's expandable. Tons of space in this thing. Random carabiner on here. And some more paracord because you can never have enough paracord. Everything fits great in the bag. It's not heavy, even with the Cold Steel Brooklyn Shorty mounted to the side of it. Been a great bag. Haven't really got to quote field test it just yet, but everything that I've needed it to do, it's done and performed flawlessly. Then this is what I'm working on doing the review for. This is the not the last Apoca box, but the one previous to it was the Blackout box. And it's a small urban survival kit. Um, I've not really added anything to this. I have taken a couple of things out, i.e. this multi-tool and a couple other things that are in here. Added a couple of carabiners and eyelets to the top of it. But I will be doing, like I said, if I can't get this review off of my Facebook put on here, then I'll just go ahead and do another review on this and basically just walk you through what's in this one. That's pretty much it for the bug out bag, get out bag. I know there's 35,000 different names for this setup, but working on getting more and going to have some more stuff coming. I've got actually a gear review I'm getting ready to shoot here in about probably 30 45 minutes, and also my everyday carry bag that I take to work with me. Obviously not as extensive as what's laid out here, but if I do find myself at work and for whatever reason my car is far away, then I've got enough to get me back to my car and get to my bag to get home and then proceed from there. But I got those coming up, and still got some more stuff on the way that I'm going to review. So hope you guys like it. Remember to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, even if it's like, hey, look at this stupid guy on the internet. He doesn't know what he's doing. Y'all can just laugh at me. That's fine too. But anyway, you guys be safe out there. Thanks a bunch.